Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12 of the Tales of Buffy Project Zomboid, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Alright, so I'm now washed up. I can wash my clothing, but before I wash my clothing, let me remove all the patches of leather that I have sewn into my clothing, because these I'm now going to have to find a new set of threads. I do have spare leather jackets. I have plenty of leather jackets stored. How many layers can you have? Pretty much all the ones I had. Oh, here we go. Bandage off. Disinfect with an alcohol wipe. And bandage on. I'm also going to sterilize my next bandage, so I don't have to use more alcohol wipes. So, start boiling water for that. Oh yeah, I should turn on the radio. That's a good point. Can I stitch it? It's not a deep wound, so I don't need to, I don't think. I'll grab the... It's not a deep laceration, it's a surface laceration. If it was a deep laceration, the bandage would become dirty much more quickly, I think. Because a deep laceration bleeds a lot faster. Okay, now I'm ripping up the clothing that I've removed the patches, so I can't accidentally reuse them. And the water has been boiled. So, disinfect, bandage. And now I have a sterile bandage in here somewhere. What occupation will I run in MP? I don't really play multiplayer, so none. If it says bite, so a zombie infection will never say infection. If it says infection, it means it's a traditional infection. The zombie infection doesn't show up as your health. The way you know that you've been zombified is you're bit, or that you start to feel queasy. You'll have a little moodlet up here that you're queasy, and that's a pretty good idea that you've been zombified. Oh no! Oh no, Bo! Thanks for the resub. Cheers. Oh, and puppy treats. Sorry, Joe True, I just noticed. Or you can set the rules to make zombie bites instantly fatal. Yeah. You could do that. I don't tend to do that. Alright, let's wash our clothing. I totally didn't catch the radio as it was flying by. Let's eat the other half of this, or a quarter of the stew. And then I'm going to make a new leather jacket and denim shirt. So let's grab a denim shirt, grab a sweater. This is why I had backup clothing, so that if I did get a tear... I'm just surprised it got through all the layers. In all of my time playing PZ, I've never seen that much damage to something that was that covered. I mean, that was pretty impressive. So I'm bored, and I'm okay. Dirty bandage. Here we go. Oh, and also my stove should probably be turned off. And now I could just bandage it with a sterilized bandage, and it effectively is sterilizing it, but without the need of alcohol, which is pretty good. Let's disinfect another bandage. So I I didn't get bit. It was just a laceration. So I have 2 bandages that I'm flip-flopping between in order to make sure I stay sterilized. So I can put the alcohol wipes away now. And at this point, I need to grab thread, leather strips, needle, thread, so I can make more clothing back. I think there was a message at the end of the radio, so I gotta keep my eyes out for that. Making sure that it's a thunderstorm, I knew that, but I think there was something else. Or not. Okay. Oh, I already had a needle on me. Drink my Ovaltine. I am getting bored and anxious, but that's just from cigarettes and doing the same boring tasks over and over. Subliminal drink my Ovaltine message. I think I know your reference there. Alright, where's my cigarettes? Well, I'm in pain, but I'm not nauseous yet. I think the arm will be okay, but don't quote me on that. So let's go ahead and add some padding to the other pieces. Alright, so this leather jacket is good. The denim shirt is good. And did I move? Oh, I guess I moved. There we go. The round neck sweater is good. My protection is now 71%. I think I need a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt. That's one layer I'm missing. Okay, I got my sterilized bandages. Hydrate. Cheers. Got my thread. So I'm back to having pretty high armor. I'm headed out to try to find clothing for me to wear for the layer I'm missing, because I'm missing this skin layer. Obviously this tank top's not going to be helpful, because that doesn't... One of the questions I have for myself is, had I been wearing a tank top or a long sleeve shirt, maybe it would have deflected the damage, but I was wearing a tank top instead, which obviously doesn't cover your arms, so... You know, I might have been able to be a little bit more protected had I considered that. So I want a long sleeve shirt, I believe. So currently what I have on is a denim shirt, a leather jacket, and a round neck sweater. But I'm pretty sure I can have one more layer on. I'm always a little iffy about the amount of armor that you're allowed to wear. Well, I shouldn't be shredding everything. I should actually look at what they have. No, they don't have any long sleeve anything. They do have matches, though. I just physically looking at these zombies, I don't see a lot of long sleeve shirts on it. Oh, one here has a long sleeve shirt. I think. V-neck sweater, t-shirt. Nope, I guess I was wrong. What is that guy wearing then? The one in the black. Oh, V-neck sweater. Okay. And it's destroyed. Very low durability, that. Another denim shirt. I already have that layer on. Alright, you know what? I'm going to settle for a t-shirt for now. So at least I have something. So I'll take this striped t-shirt. So now my protection hasn't climbed because I don't think the t-shirt alone gives any protection. You need to sew it in. Oh no, I still have a tank top on too. So if, yeah. Let's add leather stripping to this t-shirt, and you'll see my my upper arm protection go up a little bit in a second. So 73, 73. What did I run out of? Oh, I think what ends up I think she's stopping randomly because I use up the last of the spool thread and have to start a new spool. I think that's what's going on. Just taking a look back at my health. Wait, this isn't my home. Taking a look back at my health. I'm not nauseous yet, so I don't think I got zombified. I think I got lucky. Wash. Red t-shirt. Oh, getting hungry. Let's just eat beef jerky. I still want to look for, God, that looks like bacon. I still want to look for better armor. 7% from a scratch. I forget what the lacerations are. I think it's like 20% from a laceration, something like that. I don't have the numbers memorized. What I do know, maybe they have fixed it, but the effect of thick skin and thin skin was like broken. Maybe during this patch it's still broken, where thick skin is actually a detriment and thin skin is actually a benefit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is a current bug in the current patch, which is kind of funny. Okay, here we go. Long sleeve t-shirt. So we did take off the striped t-shirt, but that will give me a little bit more protection. So now I have all the layers I need. I just need to wash it and sew it. So let me strip these guys. For the thread. I'm a thread ripper. Well, we didn't get the things cleared. I guess what I could do is I could pull again. What should I do tomorrow? And this was what was a tie for yesterday. So you can vote again what I do for tomorrow, because today was a bit of a bust. Just to keep in mind, combat when you have an arm wound makes you a little bit less efficient, so fighting in the factory will be a little bit tougher, but I'm not saying I'm not willing to do it. I am willing. I'm just saying it's going to be, I'll be at a little bit of a disadvantage. Because when you have injured limbs, they don't work as well. As one could probably assume. But again, it's fine if you want me to fight the factory. I like a challenge. Alright, I'm going to strip these last two and then do my tailoring back at home. My tailoring skill is pushing intermediate. We're about halfway through level 2, which is cool. It's a really useful one. Because, you know, I'll say, if I was a masterwork tailor, and I got scratched by that same zombie, he probably would not have done damage to me, because the likelihood is that I would have had 100% scratch resist, or near 100% scratch resist, and just statistically he would not have gotten through the layers of clothing. Because high-level tailors can take regular leather strips and make them really strong, where you get like 10% per strip per layer, which is kind of incredible. Would not surprise me if they nerf it, because it is so strong. Hobo Billy Joel, thanks for the resub. Welcome to the stream. All right, washing that shirt. And this covers forearm, upper arm, and torso, which is better than the t-shirt. The t-shirt did not cover this section, which is exactly where I got scratched. So now we'll be up to 73% for the forearms. Done. I'm going to combine some thread just to make it more manageable. I don't really need the radio. I already heard it today. The radio only resets and changes what it informs you of once a day. So, I mean, I have the battery power, but it's not like it's going to be new information. It's going to say thunderstorm 2 days, currently clear skies, you know. Sorry, thunderstorm 3 days. And that was it. That was literally it. Didn't really tell me anything. If you donate through PayPal, it will show briefly in this spot here. I've been meaning to give it its own unique sound alert so that I know, because I will admit, I'm really bad at it's very hard for me to tell when one comes through. Because it's not built into the dashboard that I have up, so it's something that I easily miss. As Randall Thor's not here anymore because he went to sleep, but as he could attest to, because he tips a lot, and I never read it in real time. I feel bad. Something I know I need to improve. All right, I think I'm gonna have a really weird stew. Can I add fruit to stews? I guess we'll find out. This is going to be the worst stew ever. I have just weird produce. Whatever. It's calories. It might be vomit-worthy calories, but it's still calories. Oh, you can tip through PayPal. I now that you mentioned it, I do have the dashboard up, so I can even read off your message if you so choose. Right, Yoda? T-Sang, thanks for the resub. Oh, well, so many months. Apple cabbage stew bakes to different. True. Yeah. One of my favorite stews is a type of cabbage stew. It's like a Hungarian cabbage stew with a lot of paprika. Very tasty. One thing I need to do before going to sleep is to take painkillers, or I'm not going to be able to get to sleep. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in my backpack. Oh, well. Crate stew. from... Okay, only broccolis. Yeah. The fruit can't be added. I'll just eat it raw. I'll just eat all of it raw. I don't really care. It will make me bored, but I could just read a book or a comic book or something. Offset it. I'm trying to get, like, full to bursting, just so that it heal a little bit faster. It's also possible that my arm is actually healed, so I could check. Let me check that. Because it hasn't needed rebandaging in a while. Okay, it's just normal laceration. It's not bleeding anymore. Alright. I switched bandages, so let me boil some water. To sterilize. Oh, this is still sterilized. Never mind. Still buff. That doesn't seem right, because it was literally on my arm and bloody, hypothetically. I put it on while I was bleeding. Well, whatever. Free sterilization. I'll take it. Alright, I am getting depressed, so I'm going to read a normal book. And then head to sleep. Oh, the book counteracted my cigarette need. Interesting. And you guys want me to clear factory. Go clear the factory. Surprisingly enough, it allowed me to sleep. It didn't require me to have painkillers. So I guess the pain is... Yeah, it's only minor pain. I'm going to check on it again. If I'm in pain, I know that it's still a wound. But I will definitively say I am not zombified. If I was zombified, I would be nauseous by now. And having not been nauseous, I know that I'm in the clear, which is good. Okay, so we established that I don't have ingredients for... Alright, I think what I'm going to do is just bring a few fresh pieces of fruit with me and eat it as they thaw. I probably don't need that much. I'll put half of this away. Oh my goodness, dude! T-Sang! That's a lot of bits. Dear Lord. Thank you, man. You got yourself the pink. The blush colors. You are a mad Randy, aren't you? Alright, well, let's try to stay alive for T-Sang. How's that sound? Here we go. Off on a killing spree. I hope. Oh, you know, I don't think I have painkillers on me. Oh, no, I do. Alright, let me take some painkillers in preparation for using my arms a lot. Have a very Randy Christmas? Well, thank you. I will. I'll buy Yoda a ugly Christmas sweater with those bits. How's that sound? I'm gonna have to write that down so I don't forget to do it. Alright, Yoda, you're gonna have an ugly sweater. That is a gift from T-Sang. He's eager. He's eager. I used to have matching sweaters with Yoda. We both had like green corded sweaters, but my green corded sweater got destroyed by one of my dogs. One of my dogs hugged me and de-threaded it. It's very sad because I love that sweater. And then, to tell you a pointless story, I went to try to buy the same thing again, and it was discontinued. My favorite sweater. Can't find it anywhere. They just stopped making them. The moral of the story, if you like a piece of clothing, buy a backup or two. The same happens to me with shoes, because I have... My feet are not a normal size. It's like 12.5 2E, extra wide or whatever. So it's very hard to find shoes that fit. And moreover, it's extraordinarily hard to find shoes that are comfortable. So whenever I find shoes that I like, I try to buy like multiple of them, even though shoes are so pricey, because I know it's not like my feet are growing anymore, right? And I'd rather have like 2 or 3 of the same shoe so that when I wear them out, I could just swap. Very convenient to do. Oh, stupid horde heard my car coming in. Yep, this is Yoda. He's a cute pup. Hey, Yoda, say hi. No, just turn towards the camera. You can see his little ears and why his name is Yoda. So the curious thing is, what is my... I don't have floating damage numbers, but I'm curious what my DPS change is as a result of being injured. Normally, I can down a zombie in 4 swings, and one of those zombies took 4 swings, so I know my damage is a little lower than normal, but I don't know by how much. I only have cheapo shoes. I think I have a pair of dress... I do have a pair of dress shoes somewhere, but only... I never wear them, so I don't need multiples. That also brings me to another issue. The proportions of my body are very gorilla-like. So suits and fitted shirts don't fit me very well. You know how they say that your, like, arm span is supposed to be your height? Mine is not, and it's not by, like, almost 9 inches. I have very long arms. I should have been... Oh, military boots. Awesome. And spare gloves. I should have been, a rock climber or something. I'm too heavy set for a rock climber, though. Alright, so now my shoes, my feet are 100%. So really, it's my shins that are not protected, my neck and my hands. The core of my body is pretty well protected. I need a tailor? Yeah. I just got those monkey arms. Runs in the family. I'm not the only one. Oh, speaking of monkey arms, here I am eating a banana. Oh boy. Oh, I do canoeing, and I used to, well, I did more kayaking than canoeing, but for 2 summers, I was a canoe and kayaking instructor and trip leader for whitewater. Not whitewater canoeing, because I have never whitewater canoed, but whitewater kayaking and rafting and canoeing and the like. It was fun. So I have good arms for that. I know how to dip my paddle. Oh god, what did, oh boy. Hey Roscoe, welcome to your first stream ever. Kenshi will be, and welcome from Brazil. Kenshi will be streaming Thursday. Alright, I'm gonna sprint here, because I definitely aggroed far too many at once. They all spotted me, and I just want to get away and see if I can't ditch. Hey, Roscoe, thanks for the sub, too. It's very kind of you. So how many... Oh, okay. They're all still following me. That's cool. Well, I'm sitting here anyway, because it helps me recover my stamina. And Gabriel, thanks for the follow. 20 minutes. 20 minutes left. Say it ain't so. See, this is a group that is very scary to deal with in Apocalypse because if you miss and they close the distance, they bite you. Right? Oh, I'm very high level panic, which reduces damage too. So what you can do is you can use your car to break up the group. Dang, I thought that was going to be a killing blow. You can just track them into physical objects to break up the conga line. Whoa, too close. The other problem is, I know that this area is still pretty full of zombies. So I don't want to lure this horde into more zombies to make it just a bigger problem. Yeah, I think having an injured arm is definitely a bit of a disadvantage. Oh, look, a cop. Or a security guard. Yeah, I did say don't fight more than 3 at a time. There's not really anywhere I could go to get rid of this group, though. I could bail on the whole fight and decide to do something else today. Or I could demonstrate how to do this very, very carefully. And I'll try to be as careful as I can. So the way to do this is just to, when you see one zombie leading the pack considerably, where you can hit them and then back up, do that, right? And then break them up, break up their group so that they're not clustered by clipping them into objects like this. Oh, I knocked that guy's helmet off. Alt sprint is, yeah, so you can alt sprint, left alt for a sprint, but it's very dangerous to do. It tires you out a lot, and it can make you trip, which can murder you. Or wound you in a way that you cannot walk effectively anymore. So that's bad news bears. I only sprint in absolutely I must sprint situations. And even then, it's dangerous to do because you can trip and fall, especially if you're going through the woods. I can't get a good clean hit. Oh no, and there's more adding to the group. Fudge. Here, let me hustle over here and see if I can dispatch them before they group up into one big horde. Good. I got them, so they're not adding to the cluster. You can trip over nothing, too. There is, like, a chance for that. Pretty embarrassing. There's a non-zero chance to just faceplant. On Apocalypse difficulty, if you allow yourself to get attacked from behind, it's basically like a guaranteed death. So that's what I have to be really careful about when I disengage and I turn around. I have to make sure not to screw up and to sprint immediately. This is not a good idea, but I think I can break up the group a little bit by dragging them through trees. Let's eat. And take more painkillers. Oh, beta blockers too. This is why it is useful to have a beater car, a car that you can run a bunch of zombies over and not care if the car gets ruined. Another reason why not to take more than 3 on at a time is the speed at which I dispatch these guys. They're very slow. Right? If this was just individual groups of 3, they would have been dead long ago. But because I can't land successive hits to thin out the crowd effectively... Well, here we go. I'm starting to get them down. But because up until now I wasn't able to really land successive hits on the same zombies to thin the horde, I wasn't really making discernible progress. Just spreading the damage around, which is an ineffective way to crowd control. But there you go. That would be the very cautious horde killing. I don't suggest, if you're new, to do it, because one mistake and you're just done. You're dead, and I'm no expert, but it's pretty easy to fail. But yeah, just take it slow. Land hits when you think you can land them and get away. And, yeah, don't rush it, because haste makes waste. Haste makes dead people. Artles, or however you say your name. I think it's missing some vowels. Thank you for the follow. Well, I'm not saying your name is wrong. I'm just saying I have no idea how to pronounce it. Artie? Is it Artie? Any good stuff? No, I don't think I really got much. Well, it's 4 p.m. Let's try to whittle out... Actually, that might have... Let's whittle out the group that's closest to the building. Alright, I could call you Art. Art works. And Gabriel Thug. Oh, there's 2 Gabriels. There's, well, welcome to both of you. The pain's back in my arm. And Gux Legend. Yeah, I know how to read. Oh, come on. Have keys, have keys. If this had keys and gas, I would just run over a whole bunch of zombies. While I'm in here, let me look around. Oh, I can't pan in a vehicle. What am I thinking? Switch seats. Because if I can find keys in the parking lot and just run over a whole bunch of zombies, that will speed this process up, but no such luck. Alright, so I think this is the last group I'm going to try to get through. Because I'm going to come up on my tiredness soon. You've had weird success finding keys in trunks? Oh, if only. You know, my sneaking skills probably... Oh, yeah, here we go. One saw me. Because if you can sneak around a massive group like that, you gain a lot of XP. In fact, there's a little bit of an exploit to do it. Not one I'm going to use, because I don't use exploits. But the exploit would be to be on a balcony above street level and have a horde of zombies below you. And to sneak around the balcony with the horde of zombies below you, because they'll never see you, but you're also physically close enough to trigger sneak XP building, and you can power level sneaking that way. I'm gonna leave that walkie-talkie, I don't care. Okay, this is locked. Big trunk, but locked. I don't see any keys in the driveway, though, in the parking lot. Yeah, I've cleared out 1/8 of the corner. Soul Blader. Yeah, I would say that's reasonable. I don't even think I've cleared out 1/8. Less than. I've cleared out like a 16th of this. And I'm almost, what, 200 kills in to the process? Not all these kills were obtained here. Does this guy have ear protection? Knocked right off his head. Ooh, good. Leather gloves and boots. Always good to have backups. I think I have desert boots on, right? Yeah, desert boots are good for summer, and then the other boots are good for winter. You know what is the most mad lad thing that I've done in this? I haven't rebound my Q key. So Q for me is still shout, and I haven't rebound it. Honestly, that should be the first thing that you rebind, because I think all new players, in fact, there used to be a tutorial, or there still is a tutorial in PZ where at the end of the tutorial it tells you to hit Q as a way to troll you, and then of course it calls in like a mega death swarm to murder you, to teach you the lesson that like death is unavoidable and you always die. The house always wins. Whoop, too close. And for whatever reason, I have not rebound Q, even though I absolutely should. Because one accidental click of Q and the whole neighborhood comes a-running. And not to help you. Yeah, that tutorial's still there. I haven't done that tutorial in a long time, but that was some perfection. High-level trolling from the devs. All new players end up summoning a swarm on themselves if they don't know better. Alright, so I think the guy with the satchel and the white construction helmet, and then the one following him will be the last two. And then I'll head home. Because I am nearly out of time, and Buffy here is nearly out of energy. Hey, Crump! Thanks for the resub, dude. You've yet to have an even moderately successful run of PZ. I say this often in the series, but my advice would be, when you play Zomboid for the first time, practice your fundamental combat and clearing housing. Because clearing houses and fighting a few zombies at a time are the really important skills to build up for long-term survival. Don't worry when you're new to Zomboid. Don't think about scavenging and collecting things for the future or whatever, because there is no future. You're going to die. When you're new to Zomboid, you just know you're going to die. Just assume that you're going to die, and don't spend any time building skills scavenging, because they don't really matter. If you can't survive a few zombies, who cares if you're collecting stuff, right? It doesn't really help you. And just get into fights and practice fighting. And then once you can kill well and clear groups and clear houses comfortably, then you can start working on the game knowledge of like what items to collect and how to build skills and all that stuff. But when you're new to Zomboid, don't watch the TV, don't bother scavenging, just have a little bit of food and a little bit of meds to keep you going, and focus solely on building up your own personal skills for combat. And don't design characters that have benefits to combat. Don't handicap yourself. You know, it's the same advice I would give to like new, if you're familiar with Escape from Tarkov, which is a shooting game. It's a first-person shooter, but it has a lot of looting elements. When people first start playing Escape from Tarkov, they want to be a pack rat, and just like run around the map. Run around the map collecting stuff. But that means that you're spending time in the game not building up skills that help you survive. So, you know, if you're playing Escape from Tarkov, don't be a pack rat. Just engage in every fight that you can so that you get better at shooting people, because if you're bad at shooting people, the game will never be fun for you. You will always be a victim. And the same applies to Project Zomboid. If you're bad at fighting zombies, you will never have a successful run. So when you play a new game, don't focus on anything but getting better at combat. Because once you're sufficient at combat, everything else falls into place. Like knowing what items to collect and knowing how to clear buildings, and everything else falls into place. And everybody makes, silly mistakes now and then. Like entering a bathroom without checking the corners. I've made that mistake. And those are very honest mistakes that even veteran players can do. Like how my arm got nibbled, or lacerated. It wasn't nibbled. Was that I didn't give the zombie enough space to wind up my crowbar for a hit, and it closed the distance, and I just couldn't fend him off. Also, I would say for new players, don't use guns. Ignore guns completely, because if you fire a firearm, you might kill one zombie, and you will summon 100 more. And you will probably not have the ammunition to kill 100 more. So, unless you have an absolute mega horde of ammo, which really only surviving for weeks and weeks and weeks, you will ever build up that kind of supply, guns is like just a fancy way of committing suicide. It's suicide with extra steps, as Rick Sanchez would say. Home sweet home. Let's fill my water bottles. Oh, don't fill my, yeah, fill the water bottles. What else? Radio? Yeah, you can use guns to draw zombies away from city centers. That does work. So if you fire off like a big shotgun at the edge of town and draw everyone west, well, then the east side of town might be a little bit more empty. So you could definitely use guns to your advantage like that, but that's high-level play that I would say a new player should probably not be engaging in. Wait until you're better. Because if you can't survive brawling in close quarter combat, close quarter battle, that is 99% of how you're going to kill zombies. Get good at the 99%. Don't bother with the, 1% of the zombies I kill with guns, because that's not a useful skill to train. That's just my 2 cents. You could ignore me. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Who knows? But that's probably advice that's applicable to most games. Get good at the meat and potatoes of the game, and then worry about the bells and whistles. That's how I, because for work, as a YouTuber and a streamer, a Twitch streamer, obviously I play a ton of games, and I try to be competent to all of them. And my approach is get good at the meat and potatoes, and then everything else falls into place. So like playing Raft. Get good at fighting sharks, and then everything else becomes a little bit easier. Or, all of the Banished-esque games like Surviving the Aftermath, and Settlement Survival, and Banished, and all that. Well, get good at feeding your citizens and housing them, and then everything else falls into place. Hey, Potato Gardener! I cannot wait, thank you for the follow, I cannot wait to start my own potato garden here in Zomboid. I want to be a spud stud. Well, okay, it's Buffy, so whatever the female equivalent of stud would be. And Black Madness, thanks for the follow as well. Here we go. What's going on outside? Thunderstorm in T-minus something or another. I'm very surprised 14 days in that I still have power and water. I definitely just jinxed myself, but, we'll see. Girls can be studs too. You've met a few? I think Buffy is a stud. What's Frostpunk? What was that? Designated zone, something. Was that, I looked away. Was that an indicator that I'm losing power or water? Because methinks it could have been. I'm excited for Frostpunk 2. Normally, I don't hype up games until they come out. I wait to see, but 11-Bit Studios has only released very well-polished games, so I'm not worried that it's going to be a mess. And yeah, the Frostpunk soundtrack is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. In fact, this would have been a lot better to play while I was at the factory fighting that horde, but oh yeah. Only a second or two of the soundtrack. But yeah, brilliant soundtrack. Drinks on you? Cheers. Oh, that's just the dredges of coffee. Water it is then. Okay. So here's the radio message I wanted to read. I'm going to solely focus on this. It had a special message that is not playing anymore. Why hast you trolled me? Okay, I think the radio message that played before was just flavor. I think. Because it didn't... If it was warnings about power or water, it would have informed me more than just the once. Well, I am happy and home and almost out of time. Just about out of time. Let me hit the sack and hope that I wake up tomorrow morning, and that's where we'll leave off. Come on, Buffy. Find the bed. Be one with the bed. One of these days, I'm gonna wake up with a zombie to my throat. But not today. Not today, Satan. Bandage check before reset. Actually, it might be fully healed because I'm no longer in pain. So let me check on it. Nope, still lacerated. Womp, womp. But at least I'm not a zombie. So, you know, there's that. And I no longer have the pain moodlet. So I survived my first hit. And here's why I say first aid is a totally bogus skill. I built up almost 6 points of first aid at a 75 for level 1 from being lacerated. How many lacerations would you need to sustain to even level up once? You're going to become a zombie way before you ever level up first aid. That's why I think it's a useless skill. Thank you for tuning in to the Tales of Buffy Project Zomboid, which will really stream live on Twitch December 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. This series is a result of a poll, so I don't know when the next time I'll stream it, but if you want to be informed on when there's polls for more Project Zomboid, Discord is the place for your announcements. So Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord so that you can take part in the polls. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you for supporting the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, Zombie Slayers.